Good evening, everyone. I hope you are all good. Yeah, a week just ended, right? And some of us had break even and others too made profits. For me, I made profits last week. I don't know about you too. I'm sure you also made profits, right? And because last week was NFP, and NFP was like it wasn't a soft day on Friday. Market was just moving around anyhow. So let's quickly analyze what really happened last week here. Let's do that. All right. So we all saw that on Monday there was bank holiday in the US and then in Canada. So this happened, and then the job opening was negative, right? For me, I don't compare the actual with the forecast, but I compare it with the previous and then see how negative it is. So from here, I can see it's negative. And ADP2 was negative. And then ISM was positive or was slightly positive. And then now let's check on the NFP. The reason why markets gave us that bearish move was that, you see, this is what I always tell you guys to keep eyes on. Last time you see it revised, it was initially 114K, but it was revised to 89K. So meaning that last month's NFP result wasn't as what we saw. So it is likely that this one too can change when next month comes. It might be revised, right? So seeing here, we were having 89K in markets, and then now just the current NFP is giving us 142K. I don't really compare it to the forecast. So you can see that there was a positive news here. So NFP was positive. Unemployment rate decreased, which is positive. And also the early earning was also increased, which is positive. That's why dollar was strong on Friday, right? So initially, dollar gave a sell, um, for example, gold gave a sell move and then now give a buy move based on the speculation. You see, because of the speculation that people were anticipating 164 and then 142 came, right? That's why the buys came to speculate what we were anticipating, and then later on the sells came in, right? So this were what was available last week for NFP, right? So NFP and everything was positive. Ignore the forecast here. It was positive, right? So let's go on and check what will be happening in the upcoming week. In the upcoming week, on Monday, we don't really have any red news. On Tuesday, there are employment counts change, which is more or less like employment rate, unemployment in England, right? And then they're anticipating a positive. For this one, if it is reducing, it is positive, and if it's increasing, it is negative. That's what the listen. So it change actual less than forecast is good for currency, right? So if it is less, it is good. If it is more, it is negative, right? And then we also have a GDP here, which they're anticipating to increase, right? For me, I only compare it with the previous. I don't really. Then we have CPI. CPI too is a very high mover on the market. For me, for my fundamentals, I teach that I take the economy as a car or a train, right? So the speed in the car or the train is the inflation or the CPI, right? And then the central bank is the driver, and then the interest rate is the brakes, and then the fuel, right, is the GDP. So I think when you know, if you know my fundamentals analysis, you understand what I mean. Yeah. So now looking at it here, CPI, which is inflation, which is the speed, right? Is they're anticipating that it is reducing. So the speed of the economy of US is reducing here. So for CPI monthly, they are anticipating that it will be at 2%. That's core CPI. The normal, the CPI 2 is 2%, and then the CPI yearly 2 is anticipated to be around 2.6%. So if we get these figures, then it means that inflation is what is cooling down, it is slowing down. So then I think interest rates will be also reduced in that manner. So we are also anticipating that the Europeans will also reduce their interest rate from 4.25% to 3.6. Wow, that's a very huge rate. So let's see if that will happen. And then we also have PPI, core PPI, and the normal PPI, which we are anticipating that it will increase here. But let's see. Let's see. So unemployment claims who are here, and then all right. So this is what we have on the economic calendar. Right. Let's check what is on the chart. So keep in mind that dollar is still strong, as NFP was positive. So let's anticipate that, or let's keep that in mind. Let's check on dollar index first. So dollar index last week saw a bearish weekly candle. Let's look at the daily. Come in. Right, let's look at the daily. So on the daily time frame, we're also seeing some kind, there is a bullish close up on Friday. So we're anticipating that maybe this other block might be hit in the upcoming week, since dollar is a bit bullish. So it can rise as a retracement and then the continuation, right, on the daily time frame. So this means we are anticipating gold to continue a slight sells for us. So let's see. All right, so on the 4-hour time frame, pull back for. All right, so we are anticipating still a move up to this side, and then for me, this is what I'm anticipating, that dollar index will come to this side before falling. So that is my move on dollar index. So in the upcoming week, I'm bullish on dollar index, and I'm seeing that dollar index will rise up to this POI, and then maybe in the next week after this one to start falling, because maybe interest rates might be reduced. Right. So now let me quickly move to NASDAQ and then see what's happening there. All right. So NASDAQ didn't really obey the fair value gap I drew, and just had a slight move upwards, and then the move down. Since dollar is strong, that's why we are seeing this. So now let me look for a new. All right. So NASDAQ closed the week with a very huge bearish candle. This is very huge. This is very huge. And right. So uh, I'm anticipating that if it's able to close, if it's able to come near this weekly open candle, like this side, then it is likely to move down. And we are likely to target this side as the liquidity coming. Then we are likely to reach here. Right, if here is able to be breached, then we are anticipating here to be taken out in the upcoming week. Right, so let's go down and then look at it. All right, all right. So meaning that if here is breached, we are targeting here. If here is broken, so if it's you see something like this, then we're anticipating a very soon some kind of retracement, then we are targeting here in the upcoming week, something like this. Right. So in the upcoming week, I'm anticipating a sell on NAS 100. Right. So yes, checking for our time frame too, we are still seeing the bearish continuation. So think so. Think so. Yeah, I think so. Let's see. In the upcoming week, I'm anticipating a bearish move on NAS 100. Now let me move to gold. Gold quickly. All right. So on gold, we also had this NFP where I sent this signal on the on the Telegram channel where we got some 100 pips and then we ran away. Yeah. So on the weekly view, we are seeing something nice on gold also. So you can see that gold is showing some signs of coming down. So as targeted in the previous periods, you can targeting this week's this low to be swept and then tap on this POY, and then maybe we might see a move to the upside. Then the upcoming week, I'm still bearish. I'm bearish on gold. I'm bearish on gold, so I'm expecting Monday to push up a bit, and then Tuesday and Wednesday to make the continuation to the downside. So this is what I'm targeting here. Right. So in the upcoming week, I'm bearish on gold and I'm looking for something like this. Something like this. Yeah, there's what I'm looking up before I'll be expecting some move upside. But as I always say, I'm a price action trader. If market decides to change, you see, because currently we are more or less like in a war period. So the war that's happening around can change the market move anytime. So once market also presents a different move, I'm also changing, right? So that's what I'm seeing, or that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking on the market that gold should sell and then later on buy in the upcoming week. Let me check for our time frame and see. Yes, so this POI is fine for this move. We can expect a move to this side and then continue upside. I think so. I think so. That's fine. So in the upcoming week, I'm expecting this. So now let me move on to pounds USD. pounds USD to reais, we can see there's a nice bullish trend currently, right? But it's not settled like settled. So we are likely to see, let's say, a very slight, since dollar is currently strong, we can see a slightly move downwards before maybe in the next week we see a continuation, something like this, maybe, right? But let's check daily and look at something. All right, so on daily to this is fine. It's attainable. Markets can come here to this side. Then we see a move to the upside as a trend. It's a nice trend. This was happening. Let's check for our time frame and see. Right. So yeah, we can do this. It's market can do this. So just have to be observing the trend and then get a confluence and enter. So I'm also bearish on pounds, dollar, and let me check on Euro USD too. Since we are anticipating that there will be a drop in the interest rate, right? It is likely that the Euro USD too is likely to drop. It's likely to drop. So it can drop up to, yeah, I think so. I think this is fine. So we can see a move on Monday and then a drop on Tuesday. Let me check here. That's fine. So fill in this other fair value gap and then move is coming. So on Euro USD too, I'm anticipating a drop before a buy. Maybe it can drop here. The very volatile rate for Euro USD. So I think maybe it can drop up to this side. To this side. Let's see. So this is what I have. Let me check US 30 and see. All right, so US 30 also ended bearish, but US 30 is still in an uptrend when we check on the weekly time frame. So you see, still bullish here because it took this high and it's trying to retest. So I think it's took this high and trying to retest. Can get a retest in this zone and maybe a continuation. Let's see what will happen. So Monday can push market a bit up. Then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday can bring it down again. Catch it here. All right, so move back. So, we have a change in character here. So market is expected to decrease a bit high and then so this became our inducement. And this becomes the change of character here. So we're expecting market to We test somewhere here. Then a continuation to the downside for now. I'm here for it. It's possible. I don't like to analyze plenty first. All I need is one and then done. That's why I normally look at it. So this is what I have for you guys this week. If you find this helpful, kindly like and subscribe to this channel. And also stay updated by turning on the notification. All right, see you next week. I hope this week becomes fruitful to you, right? Yeah. So, let me. All right. So see you guys next week, and I wish you all the best this week. This week will be very profitable. If you lost your account because of NFT, don't worry. Don't worry, fund it. You'll make money this week. You'll make money this week. Don't worry. So this is what I have, and see you next week. Bye. Hello. I was stopping the recording.